Silver is such a great metal. You know, it's widely available. It's at this point, it's a little bit less expensive than everything else out there in terms of a investment vehicle. But there is absolutely nothing like holding a piece of gold in your hand. I'm talking about the actual dead weight it possesses. The gleam that comes off of it. Even a cleaned example. There is nothing sweeter than owning and holding a piece of gold in any size in your hand. And in this particular segment today, we're going to talk about some really inexpensive gateway type pieces that a lot of you could probably jump right into. I know the first thing out of your mind is, wow, gold, it's expensive. Well, yeah, it is expensive. But it's the type of investment that just it's everlasting. It's a strong vehicle. It's a strong monetary type of means of purchasing goods, and it was so for many years, decades, centuries. And a lot of your fears are gold's way too expensive. Well, yeah, it was $1,800 an ounce, no less than 6-7 months ago, and now we're down under 1,400. So in comparison, it's a better bargain than what it was, but it's never. I'm not so sure if it's ever going to be down to the $400-500 an ounce it once was back in the 90s. That's just shooting a little too far, and who's to say. But if I tell you guys that you could buy a piece of gold right now for under $100, would you believe me? Well, you don't have to necessarily believe me, but the numbers don't lie. You look at any auction format setting, and pieces, while, it's tiny, pieces such as this Mexico Dos Peso, this is a 1945, you could certainly get this one for under $100. This is your entry-level gold piece right here. And for those of you that are savers, that want to save and buy that big purchase, and you really want to get into gold, this is definitely a great starting point in the Mexico series of fractionals. So what do you need to know about this coin right here? Well, I told you it was inexpensive, and it is. You're buying gold. Okay, it's a hedge against inflation. This particular piece right here possesses 1.6 grams of gold. Okay, so it's better than finding little gold scraps online and people selling gold flakes, which is complete baloney. Spend anywhere from $80 to $90 for this 1.6 gram piece right here, and it's 90% pure. Generally, the gold coins that come from respective mints, like from Mexico City and here in the States, okay, they're not 0.99 fine unless you get the Libertad or the Gold Eagle version of the coin, which those are 999 fine. So it's 90% pure. Okay, there's the rest, the 10% is copper or whatever as kind of a binding agent. And this coin right here sells online for $80 to $90 on a good day. Like if you're shopping around at 2 a.m. in the morning, you could probably pick one up for under $80. So that's your beginning coin. Foreign gold in general is such a larger bargain because they're competing against the U.S. coins. So that's the Dos Peso. Here is another example of something that's affordable, more foreign gold. This one right here I picked up for a couple $100. I don't have all the information on this one on hand, but that's what this piece looks like. Anything from Germany, France. Okay. Here's an example from France. It's an older piece. It looks, if it had a little bit more dirt on it, it'd be kind of a gray disc. So we're talking around a couple $100 mark and below, for your affordability. If you save $20 a week, in 2 months you could have a piece such as this and make your collection that much more awesome. I'm sorry, gold. You got to own a piece of gold. It doesn't matter what size. Granted, that Mexico piece looks like it's about the size of a fingernail, but you can't argue with that fact. If you want the U.S. variety, this is a Type 3 Indian Princess, $1. Now, if you get a cull piece, this one right here is a little bit better grade, but if you get a cull piece, something that maybe has a scratch on it or it's bent, you're talking about the 150 range. Because at that point, you're just buying it for the gold content, and it's nothing, the collector value or the numismatic value takes an effect in there. So this is another great option. The $1 pieces for this date, this is a 1857, and I believe it has about the same makeup in gold as the Dos Peso, which is 1.672, if I'm not mistaken, grams. And it's 90% pure.